NoDQ Galaxy. We are the ladies of NoDQ, Caitlin and Aaron, joined by Jerry today as our special guest. We are, hi. Sometimes I cut people off, but it's okay. We're predicting SummerSlam 2020. We were all there last year in Toronto, and we had
I miss Toronto.
A really good time. Yeah. Any favorite memories, Jerry?
The poutine.
Good choice.
And Aaron there dancing to Io Shirai's theme.
I don't even remember. I didn't drink that much because it was like $20 for a beer. So at some point, it just wasn't worth it. So.
Not
I know Amy liked
Amy
was
was dancing, so I was probably like, that looks fun. So, hey, Amy.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked everything. I liked all the food I had.
I think Wyatt's entrance, that was awesome.
Yeah. Catching the Fiend's entrance for the first time, that was sweet. Oh yeah, and the whole meeting Finn Balor on the streets. That was
we didn't.
That was pretty cool for you guys.
But that was cool.
So SummerSlam this year probably isn't going to top it for us three. But how excited are you anyways, 1 to 10?
I don't know. 6?
I don't either.
I don't know.
I was about to say 6 sounds about right because it sounds the card almost looks above average. So
yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I would agree. I'm reasonably excited, I'll say.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and jump in. The guys last night did a match that they weren't sure if was going to be on the card, so we will do it too. Hopefully you caught that, Jerry, because we're going to predict it. So they...
I have nothing in front of me right now. I'm just going by up here, so we're good.
All right. Fair enough. We'll start with you then. We're going to do Cesaro and Nakamura versus Bucha House Party, which may or may not be on the show, for the Smackdown tag belts. What are your thoughts?
Oh, Cesaro and Nakamura. They just now got the belts, and for them to lose to Lucha House Party right now.
But just...
Yeah, we all disappeared for a second there, but I think we're back.
I can't see you, so I guess I don't know.
Oh.
I just see Aaron's chest, and I see you.
Oh, there you are.
Okay, I was going to say, I guess if I'm not here, we'll just have my audio. But apparently I'm back.
Well, this has been an interesting video already.
Yes, it has. I'm going to agree and say that they're going to retain. However, something that I think is going to run through this whole thread is this issue of Payback being 1 week after. So it kind of like they may change or flip-flop or do whatever they want, undo something they did. So I think a lot of things could change and go back if they wanted. But I'm going to do retain for this match. What do you think,
I
Aaron?
am picking the same thing.
Okay. Fair enough. We'll see if that even happens.
Yes.
We'll move on to the other tag match, which is happening for sure. The Raw tag belts, Street Profits, which are the current champions, versus Garza and Andrade. I'm going for a change on this one. Just shot in the dark. I think that it's going to change. Aaron?
I disagree with you. I think the Street Profits are going to retain. I think there's already been like some tension between Vega and Garza and Andrade, and I think them losing is going to set up a match probably at like Payback between like Andrade and Garza. So I think the Street Profits retain.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I've been pretty much back and forth on this one, but yeah, I'm going to have to go to Street Profits as well. It just makes more sense for them to be tag champs right now, especially like Aaron said with the dissension between Garza and everything else going on in that group right now. So it only makes sense to let the Profits retain for right now.
Okay. Moving right along, we are going to do the hair versus hair match. So we've got Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville. Aaron, I'll let you start this one off.
I just feel like I hope they're getting a bonus if somebody really has to shave their head, because I don't know how it'd take a lot of money for someone to convince me to shave my head. Sorry, it just would. That being said, I think Mandy's gonna win. I just don't see Vince shaving her head. Yeah. She's Mandy Rose. She's God's perfect creation. What is it? I don't even know.
Right.
But yeah, I don't think they're gonna shave her head, so I think Mandy wins.
All right. Jerry, what do you think?
I think Sonya's going to win. And for pretty much the exact opposite reason why Aaron thinks she's going to win. The fact that she's still with Otis. So it's going to be one of those situations where maybe like she's going to start feeling like super insecure about her head shape at that point. So I think that would make like a different dynamic for their storyline at least. So I actually hope that Sonya Deville would actually win this. That, and I'm pretty sure maybe that whole kidnapping thing that happened, I think it got the fact that Mandy was going to have her head shaved and whatnot, and that's why you wanted to try to help the match. Who knows? But at the same time, I'm thinking Sonya's going to pull it off.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about the kidnapping incident when I was thinking about picking this too. However, I'm going with Mandy Rose, but it did cross my mind that maybe that would somehow play in, not on screen, but with just everything going on. And I do think that Sonya could rock no hair. I really like her hair.
I like her hair too.
I think that she could pull that off. So that's what I think's going down with that one. But you made a good point about Otis, and that would bring a interesting dynamic too, I think.
Yep.
So we'll have to see.
Yep.
Okay, so the guys they put these two matches together, the matches with Asuka.
I think
do we want to do that?
Too. I think so too, because I think they're gonna mesh into each other.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got Bayley versus Asuka for the Smackdown Championship, and then we have Sasha versus Asuka for the Raw Championship. And Jerry, you can start us off on this one. What do you think is going to happen for these matches?
Right. Well, I think Sasha's going to try to come out and help Bayley, but that's going to backfire, and Asuka is going to beat Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Okay.
But then I think Bayley's going to be super pissed about it later, and Sasha's going to be in the Asuka lock or something. She's going to come down there, look like she's going to try to help her, but then she's going to turn around and walk away. Then maybe Sasha somehow reverses the Asuka lock into a pin and retains. So I think that'd be really cool. But then be like Bayley would be the one with just the tag belt, and Sasha would be now just so to see the jealousy and for the Bayley turn on Sasha somewhere down the line.
Okay. So I'm going to go opposite. I'm going to have Bayley retain and Asuka beat Sasha. Because I don't think it's going to go both the same way. I definitely don't think that's going to happen. They retain or she wins both.
Someone's losing a belt.
Yeah. I considered for the points though doing both the same, because then you're bound to get one right. But I don't think you don't think about that
ever. I'm just this is what I think.
Or both wrong.
So
right. But I'm not doing that this time. So I kind of listened to what some other people were saying and what they thought, because I was going to say this at the beginning and I didn't. I have not been watching as closely lately as I have in the past. So these picks are kind of going to be what happens when you're not paying close attention.
Yep.
So yeah, Bayley and then Asuka for the Raw match. Aaron?
Yeah, I agree with you, Caitlin. I don't think we're going to see Asuka 2 belts, and I just feel like I could see Sasha as the better jealous person, jealous that she doesn't have the title anymore, and somehow Bayley, screwed something up or didn't help her out or didn't come out at all, or she'll blame Bayley for not beating up Asuka hard enough in the first match, so Asuka, something like that. I can see just Sasha being like the jealous bitch, quite honestly. I feel like she would play that character well.
Yep. The other reason I also picked Sasha to beat Asuka, though, is the fact that Sasha really hasn't gotten a clean victory over Asuka yet. So that'd be actually like a different kind of moment as well. Not only would she retain the title, but she'd actually get a pinfall victory over Asuka.
Okay. I wouldn't mind if it went that way. I just feel like they always screw Sasha on her title runs, so.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping the trend will reverse.
Both of them should be good matches, though. So I'm honestly looking forward to both of them. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of matches actually on here that should be good.
So yeah.
Either way, it's gonna eventually. It's setting us up for Bayley versus Asuka or Bayley versus Sasha. We just gotta keep waiting.
Yeah. How long has the wait been?
I don't know. Forever. Like, I thought like Elimination Chamber like last year that Sasha was gonna,
I was trying to figure out if that was the last
Bayley.
one or the one before that, but yeah.
Oh God.
All right. We'll move on to the United States Championship match. Apollo Crews, champion, versus MVP. Jerry, kick us off.
But I think MVP is going to pull off the victory, but it's going to be by shady means. I'm pretty sure somebody's going to end up costing Apollo Crews the belt. Okay. But everybody thinks it's Cedric Alexander at this point, but I'd rather it be Ricochet or Mustafa Ali just pulling a swerve. I think either one of them, especially if they join the Hurt Business and end up being like tag team partners with Bobby Lashley, either one of those two would be like the high flyer / aerialist of the group, and then you have Lashley, who's like nothing but power, and that'd be really cool for if the Street Profits retain another feud for them.
That is a good point.
This is another one where I feel like Payback could be involved, and like, it's just gonna. Probably will continue on. And I really like MVP because he reminds me of kind of more olden days when I was very 90s, into it.
The 90s.
Well,
I think he
went later.
I know, but I was just making fun of your 90s.
Yeah, because I like 90s for everything.
Yes. So.
But I'm just gonna go with Apollo to retain for this one. He's also my guy too, by the way.
He is.
He's awesome in the ring. No doubt about that.
Yeah. I also just went with Apollo. Same thing about Payback. I think we're going to see Lashley versus Apollo at Payback. It seems like an easy match to set up.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do Dominik Mysterio versus Seth Rollins. Aaron, you can go ahead and start this one.
All right. I think Rollins is going to win. I just think it makes more sense for the heel to win. I mean, what do you kind of do with Dominic if he wins? Like, is that it? Just like the one match, or does he continue on? Do they send him down to NXT?
Yeah.
But I mean, like, if he loses, he could disappear and go down to NXT, and then he could almost just come back up looking for Rollins for Retribution sometime. But I just think it makes more sense for Rollins to win this. I know, Retribution. I think Rollins wins here.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I do think it'll be a very interesting match, and I think, there could be outside involvement of some kind as well. I mean, we don't know.
I'd be surprised if there wasn't, quite honestly.
Yeah. So we'll have to see what happens in that regard. But ultimately, I don't see Rollins losing to him. What do you think, Jerry?
Rollins is definitely going to pull this one off, and chances are Murphy will get involved. It wouldn't shock me if Aleister Black makes his return and goes heel. So.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Like he said, he's seeing things differently. Of course, he's always seeing things differently. He's got a freaking eye patch
on. Right. Okay, so we will move to the championship matches, starting with Strowman versus The Fiend for the Universal title. Anyone want to go first?
No, that's you.
I don't care. I was like, I'll go.
Go ahead, Aaron.
I was like, I don't care. I think Wyatt's gonna win. I don't if he loses. I feel like the Fiend character is dead. Like, what do you do from there? So I think Wyatt has to win somehow. I don't know how. Maybe like some of the guys were saying Alexa Bliss plays a big role in it. I can see that. But the Fiend has to win or that character's dead and he's going to have to come up with something new again. So
yeah,
Wyatt.
right.
I think Wyatt.
I agree for the same reason. But I'm not convinced that they'll go that road because
it is WWE. So.
But I will pick the Fiend, and yeah, I agree with everything you said. Shout out to Big G. I'll agree like Big G. Go ahead, Jerry.
It's exactly a year after the Fiend debuted at SummerSlam, so only it's fitting that he'd actually win the Blue Universal title here. But I think it's also going to be Alexa Bliss. Something's going to happen to her on the outside of the ring, and Strowman's going to drop the whole facade of him not caring. And that's going to get him, that's going to be his undoing, and that's when he's going to lose the belt.
Okay. All right. Probably the main event, I think, will be.
So.
This
event is McIntyre versus Orton.
So that's what we will move on to here, WWE Championship. I think this is going to be a really good match, and I was listening to a little bit about Virtue talk about Randy Orton, and I agree that he's, doing really good things. But I think McIntyre is going to retain here. You agree, Jerry?
Absolutely. All the heat put on Orton right now is only going to make it that much more satisfying when McIntyre wins. So he's already got an awesome title reign so far. So him actually beating Randy Orton cleanly in the ring after all the attacks and everything, that's going to be a feel-good moment that should be crowd should be there for, which I guess they're going to be with Thunderdome.
Somewhat there, yeah.
Thunderdome. But no, I agree too. I think Drew's going to win. It makes more sense right now.
And that is the card as we know it so far, which could change since we have not had Smackdown yet.
Change.
Always subject to change.
Well, that's true, up until the last second.
Yep.
And into the show. So, any final thoughts or any more tidbits anyone wants to give? No tiebreaker this time. So it seemed.
What does everybody think? Where does everybody think Renee Young's going? Keep seeing all this AEW stuff. I don't think she's going there. I think she's above AEW. I think we see her on ESPN or Fox.
That would be so awesome for her. And Aaron and I were talking about this earlier. I think she is so talented.
Yeah.
She is a natural.
I love Renee. I don't people's Instagram stories. I'll just kind of scroll through them, but I almost always watch hers because she's so entertaining to me.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I enjoyed her a lot better when she was an interviewer and everything backstage.
Yes.
She's a lot more charismatic. She just kind of felt out of place to me, for a long time on the announce booth.
I agree with that.
And then with the whole thing with when Dean Ambrose was doing his last run there, and you knew him and Renee Young were hooked up, she just had to kind of sit there almost awkwardly and quiet and not really throw her 2 cents in. It's you seem fine at breakfast.
Right. All right, everybody. Hopefully SummerSlam, I can't speak. SummerSlam does not disappoint.
I'm defending my title. That I
Which title is that? Last place in the points?
No, I got made champion because of the golf scramble that was Horror Show last month. So.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
I am currently the title holder for the NoDQ limited for the predictions because everybody else seemingly tied, but I only got that one Drew McIntyre match right, so I got awarded the belt.
All right, well he's defending his championship then. But Noah also has 4 different things going. I feel like there's different lists of people, and so I never know what all this that is.
I don't know if it's a joke or not, but I'm treating it like it's not a joke, and I'm totally gonna win this time.
All right, he's going for the win. Do you want to plug your information, Jerry?
Just my Facebook group, Armbar, all capital ARMBAR ! And that's pretty much it.
All right, you can find me on Twitter at Aaron or NoDQ/Aaron.
And I'm NoDQ.com/Caitlin for my Twitter page. And that's all we have for you. We will see you all next time.
Bye.